Well, folks, on the line all the way from Nashville, soon to be in the UK, which we're going to talk about in a little while, is American Young. How you doing, guys?
Hey, we're amazing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. She's holding. If you're on the radio, you're not going to see this, but she's holding a vinyl record for some reason. I don't know what it is. What's the significance of you holding a vinyl record?
We're very excited. We are just actually having an album release party next weekend in London for our brand new album, American Young AY2, which we're really excited.
Or AY11 because there's 11 songs on it.
There are 11 songs on it. And if you're a vinyl collector or lover for any reason, we would love to it if you gave us
audio file.
Yeah, or an audio file collector. Come in Spotify. But yeah, this has been really fun. I've never been able to be a part of a vinyl.
You're welcome.
And thank you, John. We got to record a music video for Let You Down at the Vinyl Lab here in Nashville during the pressing of this product. And so, and so...
And the Country Girls video.
He's like one of them parrots on the shoulder, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Making sure I do. It's like my little devil.
Johnny want a bagel.
Making bad decisions is like, yay. But no, it's good. We have been, this has been a really interesting project to finally come to fruition during COVID, and I had a baby, which was my favorite part of COVID, and so we got to write one of our favorite songs over Zoom, which I was confused on how that would be a part of the musical process because, there's a latency and a delay, but it turned out great. So, there's no wrong way to do it.
And it's in white as well, a white vinyl.
Yes.
I love that because I remember going back sort of early 80s and things like that. I mean, in my attic, I've done a wash of coloured vinyl for somebody like David Bowie would bring out something that is and then it come out in colour, and you had to get the coloured one as well,
I've been trying to get the album covers as like a plantable material so that when you plant it, it could become like a tree or flowers or whatever.
Well, it turns to dirt, so you're halfway there.
But I think we should put seeds in them,
Here. I got some
seeds. Just be careful what seeds you put in there, because, you just...
Yeah, if I pick those seeds, I'm not selling those seeds. Pepper seeds, of course.
Yeah, pepper seeds.
And we'll move on. And...
You guys have been great.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But obviously, in like you said, you're over in London next week, but it also coincides with a small little tour that's going on. A couple of shows in London, Manchester, and Buckle and Boots. I'll see you at Buckle and Boots.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been there before?
We have.
Yes. Yeah. And we're so excited. My dad's joining us. We're going to have so much fun with some family time, and my boys are coming over. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm bringing my metal detector. I'll be metal detecting over there.
John's been getting all these Civil War relics.
I've been getting my nerd on hard.
It's crazy. He's got like these Civil War bullets that he found out here and all this. Yeah, it's amazing what you can find in Nashville.
I'm not sure in Manchester what you'll find, but yeah, bring it,
A wonderful pint.
Maybe a record with seeds in it.
No, probably bottle tops, I would think, around Buckle and Boots. You'd probably find a lot of bottle tops.
What do you get Buckle Boots?
Worth something in about 2,000 years. But no, it's a great festival. I was fortunate I went last year, and I was just taken aback. And like I said, I'm fortunate. I'm going on. When are you on? When are you guys on? Is it on? What day are you on?
Thursday.
Ah, right. I might miss you then.
We're bringing a bunch of friends from Nashville.
Well, we can move it to Friday if you make it.
If you can move it to Saturday, that's even better because I'm coming on Saturday. But you're also playing in Manchester anyway, aren't you? Not just the Buckle and Boots.
No, we're playing just
London. We're playing London and Electro Works, and then
in the afternoon.
Punch in the afternoon, and then we have a wedding in Scotland at the end of this whole thing. Yeah. So.
Oh, cool. And is it like an acoustic or like, so you got your drummer there who's from England who's lying on the couch?
Yeah.
Out like us Brits do. I can hear him snoring. But you're bringing a band over with you as well?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool.
Well, we're using our band from over there.
We're bringing this drummer.
Yes, we're we're bringing our London drummer back home to see his mom.
London.
It's very important, and we have players over there. You guys, we've stolen some English players.
Yeah, there's some crazy players.
Oh man, yeah. I know we're very fortunate over here, so like saves on costs and stuff like that, doesn't it? Because we're bringing over some American artists over the next over the next year or something like that, and we said, well, do you want to do an acoustic? And they're going, well, could do with a band. I said, well, we've got a band, no problem. Just give us the parts and off you go.
Well, your players are unbelievable, unbelievable. We got to come see a Broadway play show. Hamilton.
And our bass player
was the bass player on Hamilton. Yeah. Wow. And so it was really incredible. I mean, he's like a master class in theory.
I'll tell you what I realized, that when you go in the pit after the show, it smells terrible. Everybody's going to sweat down there for 2.5 hours.
They should bottle that. They should bottle that. Some kind, some kind of must.
Band in a band.
Yeah, definitely. And but how did it all start for you guys? I mean, what was that moment where you decided to take on music? Have you always been into music, or was there just something in your teens and some kind of inspiration that made you join?
We've been musicians since we were young people.
My grandma and my grandpa played.
She was 3 or 4. I was like 8.
Yeah, my parents played, and my dad plays bass, and mom plays piano. And play the fiddle. She's way better than I am. And so my family all plays, and so it was kind of always how it's just always been.
My parents are both tone deaf.
But his mom makes the best pesto I've ever had. Literally, just the most amazing pesto.
Oh,
and a mean martini.
Wow, I like pesto. I like pesto. And I had it somewhere in a hotel I stayed for 3 years, and I think it was my starter for every night was like sort of crusty bread toasted, pesto with goat's cheese melted on top.
Speaking my language, my friend. Yes.
That's the deal.
Balsamic.
That's
classic.
it. Just the deal. It's cool. And so obviously then from a gigging point of view, you started to gig. When was the first time you actually went on stage, and how did that feel?
Well, I grew up playing in church. My dad was
together
a preacher.
or individually?
Yeah.
Individually, it's because like say your paths intertwine further along the road, but how did it all start individually?
I mean, my first real show, I was in like hard rock.
He was a metal guitar player.
I think I was 12, playing Metallica songs at the Teen Center.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
Mine was at church. My dad was a preacher, so I was singing.
Yeah, we come from very different areas.
Mind you, look at Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's dad was a vicar, and look at Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
He did well.
He's great.
Did okay, didn't he? But I mean, from obviously albums started to come, and you sort of started to get a name for yourselves over there, and also over here. How many times have you been over in the UK?
At least 10.
Yeah, it's been a few trips.
Between 8 and 10.
I stopped counting. I don't count anymore.
Yeah, she can barely count to 10. So
I do know it's on a scale.
About 10.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
That's
and,
the
real musicians, you can only count to 4 and 6.
And then take your shoes off.
I like 1, 2, 3 better.
1, 2, 3. Sort of a waltz going on. But also, obviously, with the British Country Music Association, you've been recipients of awards before from ourselves as well, hasn't it? So
thank you very much for that. That's the first award I think I've ever won. I know it is. And for music, hands down. How about John has a bunch of them. This is loaded in plaques.
Wow.
His ideas sell.
Wow, have they got a good engrave around the corner? Are they really his?
Yeah, I just hung all this shit up.
Really cool. His walls are a testament to his life.
Oh, brilliant! And that is a sort of a musician. It's either guitars on the wall or it's placards on the wall as well, and that tells a story. And I'm going to ask you a question in a little while, and that'll give me a little bit of an insight to both of you. But Also, regarding awards, I was quite fortunate for the first one with the BCMA. I went in November last year and saw them at Chelsea football ground. And it just blew me away, the amount of talent that was actually on show as well, internationally, not just in the UK. And obviously we're doing it again this year. And we're doing like the Fan Fest. And the BCMA now have just decided to relaunch and to do it, and get it right and get it, more and more positive out of the COVID lockdown. And a lot of the English artists have thrown everything at it, like for production, and same with everybody throughout the world that I've been speaking to. They've used that downtime to be more productive. Obviously, you've had a baby, so but there's a lot more productive production gone into it, and a lot more songwriting with a lot more meaning, I think, as well.
Yes, hands down. I mean, honestly, what was it? There's be careful that you don't get so busy doing life that you miss life.
Yeah. Well,
right?
What?
So that was my lesson from COVID.
Yeah, there's a song right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it brought to light a lot of, focusing on the real things that really matter in life.
And what's around the corner? Obviously, we've talked about the tour, but new music, is that in the can, ready to go off? I mean, I know we're doing the vinyl now, but have you got things that's good to go this year?
Oh yeah, this is a brand new record. We just released this record, so we're going to be supporting this record for probably the next 18 months. I would say 12 to 18 months. And during that time, we'll be writing and doing some recording for the next record.
Yeah, it's like a conveyor belt, isn't it? You've always got to look a couple of years ahead, and which is good. I mean,
albums ahead, and that's a very,
it's a mature thing to do.
Yeah, and also like where as a planet, where as a world, and as a country are we going to be?
As a planet and a world and a country.
Well, I mean, no one saw COVID happening and what it would do and how powerful it would be. I mean, I didn't see that one coming.
No.
And so it's like it definitely made me go, you can't take for granted anything, but also like what will happen in the next 5 years, and trying to anticipate that as a career is important.
Yeah, you might just keep looking forward and plan as best you can, because you never know what's going to happen around the corner. Never know. And I think, like you said, the last couple of years has been as testament to that, really. But I think everybody's who's come out the other end has come out stronger and more focused, I think, especially in the music industry as well.
Absolutely, and smarter. I mean, I think because it became so. It was like, okay, so it's impossible to get a group of people in a room. Yeah. And then, so we're like, okay, well, how do we change? How do we, modify these circumstances and keep doing what we're doing, keep making music or art or, growing the produce that we're growing.
Whatever.
Yes. And do that effectively. And I think people figured it out. So It's good. It's good to know.
Okay. So my last question, it's one I ask pretty much everybody. You've got a fire pit outside and you're going to have a party, and you can invite, while there's two of you, you can invite 4 people each. Now, those four people could be people from your past, or it could be from the present. It could be family, it could be religious, it could be musicians, it could be teachers, whoever's helped you and guide you, whatever you want to do, but you've got 4 each. Who would those 4 people be each?
Not including our family, or including
you can include anybody you want to.
I mean, my parents and my kids.
Jesus, Buddha, the Dalai Lama, and Gandhi.
Okay, I'd like to go to that one. Probably nothing happening on it, but I'd like to go to it.
Yeah. Musically, was it music?
Whatever you want it to be. Whatever you wanted it to be.
Jesus, Buddha, the Dalai Lama, and Willie Nelson.
Oh, man.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be a fun party.
I think everybody would just listen to Willie. That's right.
Yeah, do you want to... Because I got told once by an artist, something similar, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Garth Brooks, Jesus Christ. I said, I'll pay to go to that one. Well, I know, but there's only one on their own, you see.
Oh.
You see, you got a duo, so you get extra. You get 8.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, so her kids are running around screaming. We've got Willie Nelson, we've got Buddha,
parents are screaming too, so you know.
Jesus, and I'll just tell you, Jesus could shut the kids up.
You know, you got Buddha who's meditating apart from 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I know. 10 minutes where, you know, the kids are screaming and Buddha opens his eye and go, really? You know?
Really?
That was a fun one, that, because it wasn't too serious.
My fifth one would be a babysitter.
Todd!
Mind you, you wouldn't get away with it now, but my mum, when I was little, my mum, when I was in a pram, she'd put a little bit of brandy in my milk.
Oh my God.
Done.
You know what? I was almost there last night. Oh, my son we're on the tail end of breastfeeding because he's got a mouth of teeth and he can ask for a boob. And so now I'm like, okay.
Give me a boob.
It's a real thing. What's the age? My youngest was like, he naturally just kind of moved
lazy.
on.
That's Chris.
This
line.
one,
hey,
I'm like,
girl, give me a boob.
It's real. You know what? I guess it never stops.
I bet it probably works. I mean, like, it's got to be
I was going to say, how old are your kids? One's 15, one's 18, but no, we'll not go there. You know.
That's right. Give me a boob, Mom. Mom, boob me.
Might have to edit that one out, but oh mate, I'm gutted now that I can't. Well, I'm going to see if I can get there Thursday at Buckle and Boots and see you then, because I know I'm busy on Friday. Because I'm an artist myself. I've got like gigs coming up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just solo artist, mainly covers for 20 odd years. I wrote a couple of bits and bobs.
Are you a guitar?
Yeah.
What kind of guitar do you play?
It's actually a Yamaha. It's only an acoustic Yamaha APX.
Yeah, you gotta see this guitar.
Sean and his toy.
Also got a Fender Tele Paisley. That was I went in for some cables and some plectrums and walked out with a Fender.
And then that's very real. That happens a lot.
Return to Fender. Oh.
Defender.
Oh my word!
This is an original one owner 1943 J45.
Oh my word!
Yeah, listen how this thing sounds.
Where did you get this one?
Norman's Rare Guitars.
Wow. Wow. Seminole Wind.
Yeah.
One of my favourite songs. One of the first songs he ever recorded as a cover album.
Really?
Seminole Wind, yeah. Hang on. I've got this one. Like I said about the BCMA Awards, this one is a Lee Brice signed. It's only an encore.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you can see it, but I just hung these plaques up. Can you see up there?
Oh, yeah. It's disc. Silver disc there, is it? Silver?
Oh, there's a gold and a plaque.
Oh, is it gold? Yeah.
Gold is for the Heart of Love record. I co-produced that. And then the platinum one is for Rumor, the song Rumor.
Wow. Well, what was really interesting, this is why I don't drink, because they call me Four Buds Taylor over here because I can't take me alcohol. I'm 6'2" and 17 stone of wuss.
Well, it takes a lot of practice.
I tell you. Well, I had a few drinks, you see, at the BCMA, and they brought the guitar out, and I put a bid in for it, and they ended up paying a lot of money for it. And then about 3 weeks later, we had a BCMA Liverpool festival, and that's only about 15 miles from where I live. And they got another one, I think it's Curb Records and Lee Brice, and they brought another signed guitar very similar. And I got a raffle ticket. It wasn't a bid, it was just a raffle ticket. But I won that. I won that as well. I was like,
wow.
I went, what's the chance? But I auctioned it off because it was a charity and we got a really good price for it. But what I didn't realise, what I did forget was 10 minutes before that, I said to a good friend of mine, Tom Curry, who's a great English singer, was at the bar, and I said, I've already got one of them. I said, if I win it, you can have it. and then within seconds,
you won it.
So I picked it up, and then it wwent to my head. I said, "Oh, auction it off," and then I went to the bar, and Tom said, "Where's my guitar?" I went,
"Oh no."
So yeah, it was quite interesting, really. But no, I like Lee Brice, and I thought, "Oh, I'll get a guitar."
He's great, crazy talented.
He's a great human.
He actually co-wrote Country Girls with us.
Yeah, wow. I know he's done a lot of co-writes this last year or two, hasn't he? He's Carly Pearce, good friend of mine, Ali Colleen. He wrote, and I interviewed her not long back, and I showed her. She said, "Oh, I'm in the studio tomorrow with Lee Brice." I said, "Well, tell him he can have his guitar back if he wants."
That's right.
But it's been an absolute pleasure playing, and meeting you guys and chilling and, finding out a little bit more about you before you hit the UK again.
Yeah. It's been good talking to you.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll try my best to get over on the Thursday at Buckle and Boots and at least see you set. Be great, that.
That'd be awesome. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, good luck. Safe trip as well. Wake your drummer up as well. Don't make him go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? All right. Adios, guys.
Thank you.